So let's take some of those concepts that we just went over with the lunge and we can apply it to different exercises. So for example, we could apply that to the push-up. So remember, we could change tempo, you can change biomechanics of the exercise. Part tempo might not just be the super slow part, but you can also be more explosive. So we're just thinking tempo, range of motion, and then kind of the biomechanics of the exercise. So if I was doing a standard push-up like this, what are some ways that you might be able to make that exercise different? So if we were talking about changing tempo, one thing you can always do is you could go 1 and then 1.5. So you could go 1.5 push-ups. That's one thing that you can also do. If you wanted to make that easier, you know, let's just go right down on your knees, just like that. So we're changing the biomechanics of the movement. Another thing that you can do, and it's a little bit more challenging to do on the lunge, but it's definitely possible, is go for active contractions of the muscle. So if I was doing the push-up, I can decide where I want to actively contract my chest muscles, for example. So something that I might end up doing is getting to the bottom and really trying to actively contract these muscles. So what that might look like or feel like is if you're at the bottom of the push-up, you're imagining your hands are super glued into the floor, but you also want to bring them in like this. So if I was imagining that, it would look like I was trying to do this. So if I get to the bottom and then I'm trying to actively engage my chest muscles and then press up, that's a variation on that exercise. You can also do that on the top where you're trying really hard to imagine bringing your arms in like that. So we can also change muscle activation even if we have no load. So what else can you do? If I wanted to add speed, I could always go do a plyo push-up. So I'm actually trying to get up in the air. That one's going to be a lot harder to do, but there's tons of different other variations of the push-up. So I mean, easy ones to do. You could just go Spider-Man push-up like that, where I'm just bringing my knee in towards my chest. Other variations that you could do, for example, I could go down, tap my opposite shoulder. That's another variation of the push-up. You can add in conditioning drills, so maybe I'm going mountain climber right into push-up. So there's, again, we're thinking about how are we changing the biomechanics, how can we change the speed. Changing biomechanics, I could always put my hand in different positions, so maybe one hand's back like this, I'm going there, and then alternating. So in that case, I'm changing speed and biomechanics. So there's just a few things that you can do with the push-up, for example.